Essay number 61. Things we expect of others but rarely consider changing ourselves. We need to talk about the biggest blind spot in human psychology. It's not cognitive bias, it's not confirmation bias, it's not even the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's the gap between what we demand from others and what we're willing to do ourselves. Let me paint you a picture. You're scrolling through your phone right now, probably annoyed at someone. Maybe they left you on read. Maybe they posted something political you disagree with. Maybe they're being toxic or problematic, or whatever term we're using this week to describe behavior we don't like. But here's the thing. While you're sitting there judging them, you're probably doing the exact same thing to someone else. Let's start with the most obvious one: honesty in relationships. We expect people to be completely transparent with their intentions, especially romantically. We want to know where we stand. We hate the ambiguity, the mixed signals, the games. But let me ask you something. How many people are you keeping on the back burner right now? How many people are sitting in your DMs, wondering what you want from them? How many hearts are you keeping on a string, just in case your first choice doesn't work out? We leave people lingering and wondering and waiting because it's convenient for us, because we like the attention, because we want options. But when someone does it to us, suddenly we're writing think pieces about the death of genuine connection. Or let's talk about kindness. We get genuinely angry at people who aren't unconditionally kind. We see someone being rude to a waiter and we're appalled. We teach children to be nice by punishing them when they're not. But notice how we demand this kindness, usually in the most unkind ways possible. We shame people into being open-minded. We bully people into being accepting. We're closed-minded about closed-mindedness. Here's another one that'll sting. We all want someone to make the first move on us. We want to be pursued. We want to be chosen. We want someone to take the risk, to be vulnerable, to put themselves out there for us. But when was the last time you did that for someone else? When's the last time you clearly, definitively asked someone on an actual date? Not just to hang out, not just to see what happens, but an actual date with actual intentions. We're all sitting around waiting for someone else to be brave while we hide behind our phones and our excuses. And God forbid someone doesn't care about our personal cause or passion. We expect everyone to be invested in what we're invested in. Climate change, social justice, cryptocurrency, whatever it is, if people don't care about our thing, they're ignorant or selfish. But the second someone else's passion shows up too many times in our feed, suddenly it's annoying. Those ALS bucket challenge videos, irritating. Political opinions we disagree with, we don't want to see them. Someone posting too much about their fitness journey, we mute them. We want people to care about what we care about, but we resent having to care about what they care about. Trust is another beautiful double standard. We expect people to trust us immediately, to give us the benefit of the doubt, to assume our intentions are good. But our reasons for not trusting others, those are always justified. We've been hurt before, we've seen things, we know better. Our skepticism is wisdom, but their skepticism is insulting. And don't even get me started on emotional availability. We expect people to be there for us unconditionally, to somehow psychically know when we need them without us having to ask. When they're not mind readers, we call them selfish. But how often do we do that for others? How often do we check in without being asked? How often do we notice the subtle signs that someone needs us? We're terrible at this, but we expect everyone else to be experts. Here's one that really gets me. We call people small-minded for judging parts of our lives they don't fully understand. If they knew my whole story, we say, they'd get it. But what do we do all day? We judge strangers based on single interactions. We judge coworkers based on office gossip. We create entire narratives about people based on their Instagram posts. We know our story deserves nuance, but we refuse to give that same grace to others. Relationships are where this really shows up. We get frustrated when people don't handle their relationship problems the obvious way. Just leave if they're toxic. Just communicate better. Just get over it. But look at your own relationships. Look at how long you've stayed in situations that weren't working. Look at how many times you've repeated the same patterns. Look at how messy your own love life is. We don't allow others to be complicated, but we expect unlimited patience for our own complications. Religion and spirituality, same thing. We claim to be accepting of all paths, all beliefs, all practices, but if someone doesn't understand or resonate with our particular brand of spirituality, we secretly think they're just not evolved enough to get it. Every path is valid, we say, but ours is just a little more valid. And here's the meta one. We judge people for judging people. We think people who judge others over petty things are terrible human beings. But what are we doing in that moment? We're judging them for judging. The irony is lost on us. We expect people not to make jokes at our expense, but humor is easiest when it's mean. When we need a quick laugh, when we need to feel better about ourselves, we go for the cheap shot. We tear someone down for the dopamine hit of getting a laugh. But when someone does it to us, suddenly we're talking about boundaries and respect. Self-love is another trap. We expect people to value themselves, to stop the self-deprecation, to have confidence, but we also expect them to comfort us when we're falling apart. We think our own self-hatred is endearing or relatable, but theirs is exhausting. We expect people to change overnight. Get healthy, leave the toxic relationship, quit the soul-crushing job. We give them a pep talk and expect transformation. But look at your own habits. Look at what you've been saying you'll change for years. Look at how long real change actually takes. We know this from our own experience, but we forget it when looking at others. Public behavior? We're the worst. We shoot dirty looks at people who are too loud, too messy, too much. But when we're stressed and running late, suddenly our phone call is important enough to take in line at the coffee shop. Our conversation is exciting enough to be loud at brunch. Our emergency is valid enough to hold up the cashier. It's only annoying when other people do it. We demand complete honesty from others. But when that honesty is something we don't want to hear, suddenly it's cruel. And when it's our turn to tell the truth, we avoid it. We sugarcoat it. We wait until we have absolutely no other choice. But here's the deepest cut of all. We expect unconditional love from the people closest to us, thinking it will somehow compensate for the fact that we don't love ourselves. We want others to fill the void we refuse to address. We want their love to be enough to make up for our own self-abandonment. The truth is, every expectation we have of others is really an expectation we have of ourselves that we're projecting outward. Every frustration with someone else is a frustration with a part of ourselves we see reflected in them. The person leaving you on read, you've done it too. The friend who's always late, you've been there. The partner who won't commit, look at your own commitment issues. We're all walking around with this massive blind spot, demanding from others what we're unwilling to give, expecting from the world what we won't contribute to it. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one thing, just one thing that frustrates you about other people. Now ask yourself, honestly, when's the last time you did that exact thing? Then ask yourself, what would happen if you became the person you're expecting everyone else to be? What would happen if you made the first move, told the truth, showed up consistently, loved unconditionally, trusted freely, and gave others the grace you desperately want for yourself? The world doesn't change when everyone else gets better. The world changes when you stop waiting for everyone else to go first. The mirror doesn't lie. The question is, are you brave enough to look?